Um, Once we're quiet, the awkwardness sets in again. Where I don't know if I should be saying something to fill the silence or if I should just leave it be. Is she thinking the same thing? Is she also worried? I sneak a glance after, worried glance down, but I can't see her face. Her hands wander around like she doesn't know what to do. She touches her face, then scratches her leg, picks out a fold in her shirt, pops her knuckles. So she is nervous. Hey. Top of her head bumps my chin as she flinches.
Hey,
You good?
uh,
You don't seem good.
oh, I am. Sorry, I'm just
Rather than hurry her along like I sometimes do, I wait for her to find the words. Yeah?
worried, I guess. If, you have, but I've never had a girlfriend before.
I start to say something, but she hardly cuts me off.
I mean, like that, well, do, but I've also never had a boyfriend before. Not a real one, anyway.
You had a fake boyfriend, though?
Barely. Like, in middle school, there was this guy who asked if I'd be his girlfriend, and I said okay, but then the next day he said his mom told me he wasn't allowed to have a girlfriend, so we broke up.
Rip. Sounds brutal.
That's just middle school. Right? Then junior year of high school, I kind of dated this guy for like a month, but didn't really like him. My friends just wanted me to.
That's screwed up.
I don't know, that really, they weren't trying to be mean or anything, and he wasn't a bad person, he was just boring. For our first date, we went to see a dinner and a movie. The dinner was just fast food and he spilled ketchup all over himself. I don't even remember what movie we saw. He put his arm on the back of my chair and I thought he was trying to put his arm around me, so I kind of got closer, but nope, he just kept up there. He was just stretching.
She giggles at the memory.
Honestly, I'd forgotten all about that until now. How not a real boyfriend he was. What about you?
I'm glad that right now, things seem normal. Maybe if she's talking, she forgets about being worried. Well, I've never had a boyfriend. Marina punches me in the shoulder.
What I meant? I could have guessed that much.
Hey now, I'm just being clear, but yeah, I've had other girlfriends. Isn't it bad manners to talk about this, especially early in a relationship? She asked, though. They counted, though it wasn't really anything serious either. By the time I was old enough for a serious relationship, I was too busy taking care of Gramps to focus on one. But at least no one's mom ever told them they had to break up with me.
Listen, it was hard when I was 12. Like a day or two.
I'll bet. Anyway, yeah, there was this girl I was with through a chunk of high school. We broke up in junior year, I think. She wanted to focus on school. She ended up getting a full ride to a nice college, so I guess she made the right call. Green doesn't miss a beat.
It was her loss.
I shift to free my arm that's pressed against Marina's side, instead wrap it around her. At first I can feel her tense up, but then she gradually relaxes, until most of her weight rests on me.
Oh, Amber.
She doesn't answer. Mare?
Sorry. Never mind.
She looks up and smiles at me, and I smile back. Maybe it's better not to think too much right now, or ask too many questions. It's just the two of us, being happy with each other, not minding that we're both sweaty and kind of gross right now, or that we haven't eaten in hours. Or so I think. It isn't long before she yawns, and looks up at me apologetically.
Psst.
It's okay, I'm kind of tired too. I'm too excited still, but I don't want her to feel bad about going to bed. Plus, we did a lot of hiking today. I unwind my arm from around her and switch which hand holds hers so that we can stand up. She's fidgety again, shifting her weight from foot to foot. Well, I guess it'll take some getting used to for both of us. I let go of her hand. It falls limply back to her side, like she lost control of it. Looking me in the eye, I can tell she's waiting for me to do or say something. I take a step towards her, closing the short distance between us. Well, good night. Then I lean in and kiss her again. Briefly, enough that she doesn't even really have time to react before I pull away. She blinks twice, then rubs her lips and smiles.
Night!
She walks backwards away from me, still smiling, and I'm grinning like an idiot too, of course. I'm tempted, so tempted to invite her to sleep in my bed, just to be close to her still.
What?
But I don't, since she's still so nervous and unsure. I don't want to make that harder for her.
Fair enough.
I lick my lips as I go to turn off the lights, still tasting the sweetness of her on them. As I climb into bed, listening for the sounds of her breathing, I don't expect to get much sleep of my own tonight.
Yeah, boundary settings.
Yeah.
You know it's a healthy relationship because she's waiting for the okay.
Is this the first time we've seen Amber wear literally anything else?
Yeah, basically.
Sleeping on it is supposed to help you with tough decisions, or with big changes, but it's hard when you can't pass out in the first place. Thoughts of Marina, and of Gramps, and of things changing, and of things staying the same, all brewed together to keep me awake just like the coffee is right now. When I got up this morning, the first thing I felt was surprise that I'd managed to fall asleep at all. The 3 hours I got must have snuck up on me. I drained another cup of coffee, number 4, the last one from this pot. I nub another few scoops of grounds into the coffee maker and start a new batch. I got to see the sunrise, which even I usually sleep through. Out here in the middle of nowhere, with no light pollution, the sky was vivid, shards of jagged pink tearing into the blue. I nearly dozed off again just watching. Maybe someday I'll get to watch it with Marina, someday when I wake up early again, and if she managed to get her lazy ass out of bed. Lazy but cute. Yesterday's events replay in my mind for the uptenth time, and with them come the swirl of emotions that feel like a stomachache and a high both at once. Things finally start to feel normal between us again. Kissing Marina at the Valley of Fire, her leaning into it, wondering if I should stop, her not letting me, sitting close on the couch, not asking any questions, not answering them either, wondering if I should. It's too early for this shit. The familiar ping of the coffee maker tells me that I've been zoned out for a few minutes now. Smashing my fists into my eyes, I try to rub the sleepiness out. Okay.
I like the mental image that this gives me. Like,
Yeah.
"Ugh, I'm so tired."
Movement from the back of the RV means that I must have woken Marina up. I can hear the sound of her bed creaking.
Geez, that hard?
And of the covers.
You punch
I
yourself
don't want to
that
make
hard,
an
you-
enemy of Amber. I feel a strange, nervous elation as she appears in the hallway, looking bedraggled.
Oh my god, her shirt has her name on it.
But you hadn't noticed that before?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing the Sprite.
That one's from earlier, I think.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, for everything.
She groans like a zombie and stumbles towards me. Want some coffee? Stiff head nod. Smiling, I prepare her a cup. It's only half coffee. The other half is a boatload of sugar and creamer that neither Gramps nor I ever drank. How old is it? I don't even know why we had it, but it's not expired. When she reaches me, Marina leans into me, sort of falls, really, crashing against my shoulder. Hey, careful. A bit of coffee sloshes out of the mug and onto my hand, but I don't mind. She takes a drink and a couple small sips. Minor bliss replaces her glazed expression. Good?
Good.
There's hardly any coffee in it, you know?
That's the way I like it.
I wonder if she had a hard time falling asleep like I did, but I'm hesitant to ask. Afraid she'd say no. Afraid she'd say yes. So I just sit down, and she takes a spot next to me. We both quietly sip our coffee as she rejoins the land of the living. Once she finishes her first cup, she's alert enough for a conversation. Sleep okay? I figure that's safer than flat out asking.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Like,
She trails off. Maybe I gave her alertness too much credit.
I forgot what I was just saying.
I laugh and stand up. Don't worry about it. Marina mumbles something incoherent. What was that? She clears her throat.
Sorry, I asked if you slept all right.
Not a wink. Took me a while to fall asleep, but after that, yeah. It's not strictly a lie. Eyes half closed, Marina smiles thinly.
Good.
I turn around so she doesn't see how preoccupied I am, or guess what's on my mind. Whatever it is that I'm dealing with, it's not her problem. I don't want her to worry about me. The floor creaks as Marina stands up too, but I don't face her.
Where are you going today?
No idea. We have a few days before the show. Anything you want to see? Whatever it is, I'll make the trip.
Not very far from Las Vegas, right?
Not at all. It's just a couple of hours.
Go there!
Finally, I meet her eyes again. The smile on her face is pure and earnest. I can't help but return it. Sure, that sounds like fun. And she hugs me. Her warm figure is pressed close against mine. She smells like my shampoo. I wrap my arms around her and hold her close. Just for a second, everything feels right, like it's all gonna work out. And I realize how badly I want it to. I squeeze tight and then pull away. What was that for?
Felt like it.
Worry creases her face.
Did I not?
Nah, you definitely should. Go get dressed and I'll get us on the road. You cool with waiting to eat until we get there?
Yeah.
Cool. There's a million buffets and exotic restaurants there, so we can find something good.
Like Las Vegas already.
Dork. I gently push her towards the back and go get ready. She sticks her tongue out over her shoulder as she goes. Watching. I rub my temple before climbing into the front seat. I'm looking forward to this, and I know Marina is too. So why does it feel like I'm doing something wrong? For a long moment, I just press my forehead against the steering wheel, not thinking much of anything. The sound of Marina's approaching footsteps makes me sit up, and I put a smile on my face as she hops into her spot. Ready?
Yep.
Here we go then. And we head out towards the highway.